This is the Attorney General's quarterly task force meeting, and we're very excited that the Attorney General himself is here to make an initial presentation. So I'm just going to start by giving you a quick summary of how Stepping Up got started. Jails, sheriffs went to county commissioners and said we're the de facto mental health hospital. This is the choir, so I don't have to explain the problem. They went to the Council of State Governments, a national organization, the National Association of County Commissioners, a national organization, the American Psychiatric Foundation, a national association, and they put together this program called Stepping Up. Now, I've worked with all those entities, particularly CSG and the American Psychiatric Foundation, and some of the national work, but we were particularly fortunate to have Tom Stickrath, head of BCI in the back there, who was, we call president of the board? Chairman of the board for the Justice Center for CSG. And because of his great influence on the board, we were selected as one of 6 counties, Franklin County, in the country to do the initial pilot. A 2-year project, almost 3-year project, culminated, ended, and all the people who are here from Franklin County, raise your hands. We got some Franklin County folks that participated in that project, and it's an implementation stage, and I hear wonderful things about it. Then they picked 3 states, Ohio, Texas, and California. I suspect Ohio is going to be more the model for most states than Texas and California, so we want to really shine. And so we started Stepping Up in Ohio. And along the way, they picked up a new board member at Council for State Governments, Tracy Plouk. So we have 2 friends in high places. We're very excited. Thank you for joining. And so we started our project, but we no longer had funding from the National Association and the National American Psychiatric Foundation. So we had a new benefactor show up. The Margaret Clark Morgan Foundation. Tom, would you stand and wave? And he is the program director. Mental health director. The foundation is a very important foundation working on mental health issues, funding a lot of programs. They fund a lot of different aspects of the Stepping Up. They fund through NAMI, through the Council of the Coordinating Center of Excellence, individual projects. And Tom and I have become the dynamic duo. I gave myself a title after a while. I call myself project director. And he and I are the Mutt and Jeff that go around from county to county to make these presentations. I finally looked at a picture because I'd never seen the show Mutt and Jeff, and I'm definitely the Mutt in the picture. But Tom and I have visited about 25 counties so far. We've had fabulous turnout, county commissioners, sheriffs, judges, mental health providers, hospitals, probation, you name it. We have had ADAM boards. We've had a wonderful, NAMI's always been at them. And we present on what Stepping Up is about and what they can do to make the dealing with people who have mental illness in jails in a better place and try to reverse that cycle. That's a very quick summary. We're going to have 2 speakers that are going to talk about it a little bit more detailed. But I want to introduce some other key folks. Melissa Knopp is where? Melissa Knopp, stand up, wave. Melissa Knopp used to work with me at specialized dockets, head of specialized dockets at the court, and she is now employed by Hawking, has a fancy title. What's your fancy title?
Director of the Institute for Social and Economic Advancement.
I can never remember it. Anyhow, she is project coordinator for this effort, and so she works with me very heavily on this effort. And then, of course, you're going to be meeting Tracy Plouk, who's going to make a presentation and introduce Julie, who is a very, very, very important person. Then we have Pete and Donna Miller, who are filming. I have worked with them for years. They volunteered originally on my campaign and then became very part of my project, and they're filming this, and all of this is going to be on hopefully the AG website for the AG Task Force, and also on the Stepping Up website. So any of your counties that missed it or you want to look at a specific project in more detail, you can go to that website. And then Dustin McKee, he is the new Betsy. Betsy, you're here. Betsy's here, but she still keeps coming to all our meetings, bless you. But she now works with the Treatment Advocacy Center, and Dustin is working with us on this project. And is Dr. Munitz and Ruth Samara not here yet? With CCOE, they've been at so many meetings, you know most of them. And then we have a very important steering committee. I won't give all the names because of the time. So my free things that we offer, if you sign up for Stepping Up, you have to have the commissioners sign up and invite us in. We are not a project that comes and forces ourselves on you. We will have to have you invite us in. And so far, we've had 28 counties do that. And we have a couple more visits coming up with the new counties. And so if you sign up, the first thing you get is the letter from Tracy and me with all the toolkits and information and website information. And then you get a visit from the Mutt and Jeff team, the dynamic duo of Tom and Eve. And we do a town hall meeting with all these folks that I mentioned who come, and we present what Stepping Up is about. Then you have the support of the Attorney General Task Force Committee. We have 10 active subcommittees. Many of you serve on them. And every one of them is looking at what they can do to help move Stepping Up forward. And then we have some other free things. You all have a flyer, and if you don't, there's going to be some over there. It's a nonprofit I started that's called Operation Legal Help Ohio, free legal services for low-income veterans and active military. And if they're over-income active military, we have Operation Legal Salute. That's a referral service to ones who will do very low cost to them. And we have a benefits appeal section. This is completely free. We have 350 lawyers signed up throughout Ohio, so if you have a veteran that has legal issues, and every time Tom and I stop, we talk about all the free things you get through the Veteran Services, the VA, the VJO. We're going to have a presentation on that. And then I'm going to, after I speak, start 2 newsletters around. Pete does these newsletters. We used to start with 4 pages, 6, 7 years ago, I think we did them. He has to cut it to get it to 30 pages. It's divided up into veterans courts, traumatic brain injury, sexual trauma, PTSD, grants, all sorts of things. If you're interested and want to sign up, leave your card. We can read that easier than your handwriting. If you don't have a card, print very neatly. Please circulate these when I give them to you. And that is also free, but it's a wealth of information for those interested in veterans. If you sign up for Stepping Up and you're the contact person, you will get regular emails from me with opportunities for grants, training, information, projects to keep you really moving forward on your project. And then you have all the services that Tracy Plock is going to talk to you about. And then you have a conference. We did a conference in June 2016 with the counties that had already signed up. We're planning already one for 2017. It will be free to those who are members. And then I'm going to also pass these around. Unfortunately, 2 of them cost some money. I'm sorry. But they're at cost. We print them. They're national printing. Hank Stedman, who runs the Gaines Center, the committee that I worked on called the Judges Leadership Initiative, Association of Judges and Mental Health Courts, wrote these 2, Judges Guide for Mental Health Jargon and Judges Guide for Mental Health Jargon for Juvenile Judges and Mental Health Jargon Guide for Mental Health Jargon, Judges Guide for Mental Health Jargon. You can sign up, get the information on how to order them inside, so I'm going to pass them around so you can put the order information down. We've had some agencies that have ordered 50 copies. It's his bestseller. It's at cost. This one is free. There's a few back there. This is the Veterans Justice Outreach little booklet. And I love to, when I go to the counties, talk to the commissioners, because I go like this to the commissioners. Every one of these services, if you have not identified your defendant as a veteran, you are paying for them out of your your own dollars instead of VA dollars. So you need to make sure you're all using your VJOs, and we will have a presentation on that. So I will be sending those things around. So I was very quick and fast trying to go through everything that we're doing. And there's also a brochure back there, Crime Survivors Speak. We have a new group who's working, Alliance for Safety and Justice. You want to raise your hand, Shakira? She's now heading it, and they have a brochure back there, very impressive data and statistics if you want to take some of those. Lots of brochures back there, so please stop and take them. So that's a quick tour of all the things that we're offering free that we want to just get you excited about.